In the past, I have noticed that students hate worksheets, they hate textbooks, they hate sitting around and listening to a teacher lecture. So I want mathematics in my classroom to be very hands-on. I want students to be able to use inquiry to learn mathematics. I don't want to be the one giving them the answers. I want them to be able to discover them first. But if they're stuck, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to instruct them, but I want them to be able to figure things out on their own. I want there to be centers because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of worksheets, although in math sometimes a worksheet is necessary because you do need to know how to do the work. But I want them to be able to fully grasp the understanding behind what they're doing before they apply it on a worksheet. So I do believe that, excuse me, a lot of math games, task cards, things like that that get students up and moving and talking are very beneficial. And I also want students to be able to have conversation about what they're learning. So I just want to be the facilitator. I don't want to be the ruler of math. So I don't want to be able to tell them what they should say. I want them to come up with their own thoughts about how they're doing it and why they're doing it. And then we can come together as a class and discuss it. To be good at mathematics, I don't believe anybody is good at math. I know there are some people who math comes easier for and others who math's harder for them. But in order to be good at mathematics, I think you need to be able to make mistakes. So I don't want my students to fear making a mistake because making a mistake is how you learn. But in order for them to be okay with that, I need to approach it in a way that making a mistake is positive, and I want my class to be a safe and an open environment where they are willing to dive in and make a mistake. So being good at mathematics is trusting yourself and trusting everybody else, and also being able to use strategies that we've learned from other lessons before to apply to what we're learning right now. So students are able to recall how to do addition, to learn how to do multiplication. That's what being good at mathematics is learning and applying strategies. I know that, like I kind of said, some students are better at math, but that's not really what I meant. It's just they're more confident in math. So I want to help those people who are confident to help people who aren't as confident. So I want it to be an encouraging environment, and I also want students to know that they aren't bad at math. Maybe just the strategies that they are using haven't clicked yet, or maybe that strategy doesn't work for them. So I want students to know that just because what we're learning right now doesn't work for them doesn't mean that what we learn tomorrow won't. I want everybody to know that they are good at math. They just need to figure out what it is that helps them, that they can use to help them in all different other areas of math. So I just want to keep the instruction very positive and very uplifting, and I just want to have an environment where students know it's okay to make a mistake and that everybody's going to learn from it. And I also want students to be confident in sharing their ideas, because the person sitting next to them or the person sitting across the room might not have thought about doing math that way. So that is what I want my ideal future classroom to look like.